Welcome everyone to the Township County Workshop Meeting Monday, December 8th, 2025. This meeting is now called to order. Councilman Murphy, please lead us in a salute to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can you please read? Yes, thank you. Please read statement of public notice at this time.
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. Notice of the meeting was prominently posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on December 5th, 2025. A copy of the notice was sent to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the township clerk on said date. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the township website at littlefallsnj.gov. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Thank you. At this time, please call the roll.
Councilmember Patel, Councilmember Murphy,
Present.
Councilmember Hablitz, Councilmember Vanchery,
Present.
Council President Scoba.
President, let the record show that Councilman Patel is now joining us for the meeting. Can I have a motion to go into executive session for discussion on pending and anticipated litigation?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Vanchery. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We'll be in executive probably for about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you.
Going up.
Yep. Going up. Let's go.
Kids are on the right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
Hi. Hi. Okay. So our soccer game was pretty good.
Yeah, we got VIP, front row seat.
¿Qué te pasa?
Yo, wait, I still okay, fine. I realize, I think myself. It's too late. Ready? See, Bob. It's so annoying. People watching. Look, guys, wow. I was thinking. This is cool. Yeah. We are fixing. So delayed. You get it? You can get sick of that. People Oh no, what? This is soup eater. This is soup eater.
How the hell are you? I got a couple of nickels together. Good.
Have a motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Murphy. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Tonight, we are celebrating the fifth and sixth grade boys soccer team coached by Al Habib, Mike Martinelli, Alex Coletta, and joined by Chase O'Neill, Mr. Orgazak, and Phil Arena. The group came together to battle every game and delivered a perfect 8-0 season. They kept the momentum rolling with 2 playoffs wins to become the East Division season champions. They fought hard in a cross-division final against Roseland. These boys played fiercely, worked as one, and never backed down. We want to welcome you tonight. It's our honor to have you here. Be presented with medals. The Mayor Damiano is at a conference. Councilman Vanchery is going to do that honor of passing out the medals. Councilman?
Sure.
What's up? What's up? Get up here. You want it? Got it right.
I know Al's going home. Yeah, if not, don't worry, I can talk loud. You know that. Good.
You may need to fill that first. So.
It's working. Okay. Now, I know you guys had a great season. I was there that night when you won. You were down, and you could see it on your faces like, uh-oh, this is not going to be good. But you rallied and you won that game. And just to see your reaction as well as your parents and your other family members that night, I've never seen so many people attack one person scoring a goal in this town. So that was great. But what we want to do is have your head coach come up, Al Hubie. Al, just wins. If you notice, that night after he won, I texted him, Alex, and Mike, and basically said, all you do is win. I sent him that song because he's won 3 championships in a row in baseball, and then he coaches soccer for the first year and he wins a championship. So, Al, you want to come up and introduce the players so they can get their medals?
All right. This is like my second home, right? This is not my first time doing this. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys battled all season. I just wanted to say, a little quick something. This is our last time together, and I'm truly proud of you guys. So it's an honor for me to call you guys up and give you guys medals. So let's begin. Let's go first with this guy right here. He was played defense. He's on the shorter side, but he played like a pit bull. Let's bring up Cooper. Another guy that played defense and just got better as the season went on, Ian. This next guy seemed like he didn't want to come to soccer practice, but we got on him and he played better and got better. He's smiling. I see him over there. Yassine, come on up. Congratulations. I'll shake your hand. Next guy. This guy came to every practice. He worked so hard. Our coaches, Phil and Chase, had never gave up on him, and I'm so proud of him, Arda. Next, we're gonna go with an underrated player. Underrated. He's a little bit of work. He's gonna be even that much better. Zia. This next guy, I was rooting for him to score a goal. He almost scored a goal in the game. He's smiling. He knows I'm looking at him. We all rooted for you. Almost had it, but maybe next year. But he contributed a lot to our team, Cameron. Cameron. Next, one of our goalies kept us in a lot of games. He's pretty tall for his size. Reed. Let's go with our other goalie. Another guy that made a lot of saves for us. Played midfield too. He's a great player. Steven. Let's go with a guy that had an amazing shot in the championship game. That shot blew me away. It almost went in. And I'm really proud of that. That was a nice shot. Seriously. Keep it up. Dino. Everyone knows when I speak, everyone knows who I'm talking about. Another guy scored a bunch of goals. He's got speed. He's a great player, Marco. Let's go with another player that's underrated. This guy, if he keeps it up, he could be really good. Manny. Another player that has a lot of speed, scores goals, a great player. Amin. Our defensive wall kept us in so many games. These two guys are the best defense I've seen in any age. Let's start with Aman. Aman's partner in crime, Adrian. Next guy scored a lot of goals, did a lot for our team. One of our anchors, Mohammed. Another guy scored a bunch of goals, one of our co-captains. I'm so proud of him. When he scored his first goal, I was very happy for him, and he continued to score goals. And I'm going to say, keep it up, Vinny. And last, this guy scored a lot of goals. Damn, I'm going to get choked up here. I'm starting to get choked up because we lost, and I know it meant a lot to him to win. So, here you
You want to introduce your own son? Come on.
I'm getting choked up because we lost. Even though we lost the championship, you guys are champions to me. We're the Eastern Division champions. Let's not forget that. That means a lot. We were undefeated. I mean, I know we lost this game and he was upset, but you know what? You were one of the anchors of the team. I'm so proud of you, Ryan. I was getting choked up. I'm sorry. Yeah. And the coaches, of course, these guys put in so much time. I mean, we had so many practice. I know some of the parents were happy or upset or mad because we had practiced like 3 times a week. But we loved it. We wanted the kids to learn. We had fun, and we just tried to make the kids better. Let's start with Coach Ethan. You want to say?
Yeah. I'm just proud of all of them. I mean, we come a long way. So, and it was fun being Grimace. So, yeah.
By the way, he was Grimace too. Let's give it. Another guy that I'm so happy I'm working with him. He's working with me in basketball, Coach Chase. This guy right here, he's my right-hand guy. Ever since he reached out to me, we've been working together. We're working in basketball. The guy means a lot to me, Coach Phil. And then my other coaches, coach, another guy that was there every night with us. This guy means a lot to me as well, Coach Alex. We have a lot of coaches. But we have a lot of practices, and we try to, do the best we can. And this last guy, he was there every night, freezing with me, put a lot of work into helping us get to where we got, Coach Mike.
Council members want to come down?
And that's it. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to get close. We got stuff. Make it close. You got to sit in front, drop a knee. Oh, Marco, get in here. Hey, get a little closer. Very nice. All right, thanks, guys.
Now you guys are all cleaned up.
Huh? No. He got cancer. Yeah.
Gonna take a picture.
Yeah, last
Yeah, with the
minute.
medal.
Oh, but
Hey, Chris, that was
better we had. Yeah.
You got it. Sit here.
We're gonna talk about health. We're gonna talk about health stuff.
At this time, we have our health director, Mr. Beagle, who will give us an update report. Mr. Beagle, the floor is yours.
Good evening. Oh. Can you hear me? Nope. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing us to just give you a very brief update. In the public health world, it's that time of year again where the influenza-like illness is starting to rise. We have seen an increase in Passaic County with our flu and mainly flu into emergency room. So if you did not get your flu shot, you can definitely get your flu shot with the Clifton Health Department. You can just give us a call at 973-470-5778. You should also speak to your physicians about the RSV and the pneumonia shot as well. You should really speak to your medical professional. Just some very quickly on some of the things that we've been doing is we have had a paint and sip that has become very popular. It's a health education program that while we discuss health topic, we have someone that leads a painting, and we've had 30 attendees in Little Falls, and that was we partnered with the John Thoreau Cancer Center regarding breast cancer awareness. The health department has performed the tobacco age of sale enforcement inspections. We've issued 12 summonses, 10 for selling flavored vapes and 2 for underage selling to a minor. So there's a fine that's associated with $2,000 and $1,000. And we will continue to go out and do our surveillance. And we pretty much we do that quarterly. We continue to work closely with our school systems, that's Little Falls and Passaic Valley, for any type of outbreak that we have noticed. And thankfully at this time, there's nothing. So that's a good thing. We've been working with the Banyan School. They have a group of students that come by the health department every week, and they help us with administration items such as organization of files and alphabetizing different things. And then one thing that we have done and we've completed are all food inspections for the Township of Little Falls. That includes Montclair State that we have done. Just briefly, I just wanted to talk about the respiratory illness surveillance report. Like I said before, it seems like the flu has definitely been on the rise, and we will find that as the holidays go on, that you're going to see more and more. Individuals like us might get the flu and survive it, no problem. Seniors or immune compromised individuals might get the same thing, end up in the hospital. So we have to be mindful when we're going to holiday events. So much fun, right? That we remember that other people are there. So if you're not feeling well and you have sore throat, runny nose, those type of signs and symptoms, you should think about going before you get someone else sick. At this time, I want to bring up Jennifer just to talk about one of the things that we're working with the Public Health Committee on.
You can go to the podium, Jennifer. Yes.
Good evening. So we are in the midst of conducting a mini community health assessment for the Township of Little Falls. We've been working with the Little Falls Public Health Committee with Councilwoman Patel and a few other members, residents here in the Township of Little Falls, just to gain insight into the health needs, desires, perspective of residents on the health and wellness in Little Falls. So far, we've conducted one focus group. We had 11 senior citizens talk with us back in, I think it was November. Time is flying by. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel one that we were supposed to have a couple of weeks ago because we did not have enough, actually it was last week, enough people registered. You need at least 5 people to properly facilitate a focus group. And we only had 4 people that were registered. So we postponed that and hopefully we'll get a better response after the holidays. We also postponed a focus group that we had scheduled with our parents of school-age children, but now we're working with the PTA at School 2 and School 3, and hopefully we'll be able to speak with some of those parents in January. Some of you may have been contacted by members or staff at the health department about being interviewed for a key informant interview. That's also part of the health assessment, where as community leaders, we ask you about 10 questions, again, having to do with health and wellness in the Township of Little Falls. So if you have been contacted by someone in the health department from our health education team, if you wouldn't mind getting back to them and giving maybe a half an hour of your time, we would really appreciate it. That's a really integral part of participatory research when we're doing community health assessments. We were hoping to have the report done in January, but because of some of the delays that we've been experiencing, it looks like it's going to be more like late winter, early spring for that report. But hopefully we'll give you some greater insight into public health in the township, what residents need, what they're looking for, some of our challenges, but also the assets and strengths that we have here in the township. Does anybody have any questions about the health assessment?
I know you came before us, but for the record, can you just state your name and your position?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My name is Jennifer Kidd, and I'm the project coordinator at the Clifton Health Department.
Thank you. No questions from the dais. Thank you for coming tonight. Any questions for Mr. Beagle? Before you leave, Mr. Beagle, can you mentioned about the flu shot. Is that something someone could just show up in Clifton or call? How's that work?
Just give us a call. This way our nurse is there. And again, number is 973-470-5778. And we will gladly give you a shot.
And I guess that's a no charge?
Flu shot.
Is that a freebie, no charge?
At this point, it'll be no charge.
Councilwoman Patel, any follow-up?
No, I just want to thank John and Jen for being here. Working with the health department is a great honor. You are doing amazing work. And I look forward to continuing working with you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Can I have a motion to open the meeting for general matters and agenda items?
So moved.
By Councilman Cherry, second by Councilman Murphy. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. Madam Clerk, please.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you. The floor is now open. Is there anyone in the chat that'd like to speak to us? No? Seeing no one else come before us in the council chambers, can I have a motion to close the public? Moved by Councilman Vitale, second by Councilman Vanchery. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. Item number 1 is a tax resolution. Simply, we can't collect taxes twice, although that would be nice, but we can't do it. So we're going to be refunding the developer monies, as you know, that you see it in your docket. Resolution 2, the Affordable Housing Senate Bill 4736. I know Senator Benji Wimberly pretty well. I don't know the other Senator Singleton, but Counselor, this is a bill that they're putting forth for houses of worships that municipalities or cities have when they're no longer when their flock or parishioners are no longer praying, and the house of worship is going to be sold. It's to allow municipalities and cities to turn that into affordable housing. Of course, they still have to go through the planning board, but we're sort of not in favor of that. Would you like to elaborate?
So what this does, it puts these generally houses of worship into a preferred category, and it really doesn't flesh out completely how that's going to happen and what the benefits are. It's kind of more of an aspirational bill without much meat on it. And that's largely, I believe, because there isn't, and I've spoke to you about this in the past, that there's lack of clarity from the Division of Housing in terms of housing regulations coming from the state, from the Department of Community Affairs. So it's kind of a cart before the horse type situation. And what it does is that it puts them into this preferential category without kind of fleshing out what the terms of that preference are. It just says that they get a preference, and once again, we're doing the work that we need to do to meet the obligations under the current law. And this just, to some degree, moves the proverbial goalposts, because now you have situations where you have houses of worship, and then there's always been a question as to what qualifies as a house of worship. So that's not really fleshed out. I mean, we all know kind of what the general public would understand are houses of worship, but it doesn't exactly say what constitutes a house of worship. So for all those reasons, it may be a well-meaning bill. I know Senator Wembley and Senator Singletary want to assist these house of worship, especially those which exist in the inner city, and bring affordable housing there, which, I think that most people would be in favor of and would say that's a great thing. But also it just doesn't match up just doing it statewide and without those parameters.
Thank you. Questions? Comments? Resolution 3, I'm really happy to see this with MSU. Mr. Quattrone, I know you worked on this on behalf of the township to rectify billing. I think if Councilman Murphy, if you also want to add in, but Mr. Quattrone.
Sure. So, like Council President said, very happy to announce a community service contribution agreement with MSU. On November 26th, the township went into an agreement, which was basically for the property located at 100 Woods Road that was acquired by Montclair State as a way to alleviate the tax burden for the township. We went into an agreement for 50 years. We called it the 30 for 30. So it will be $30,000 per year. So we're happy to see that increase into the township. Also signed into this agreement, I spoke to the mayor. We have a service agreement for fire services provided to MSU. The agreement hadn't changed since 2010. So for the last 15 years, the township saw no increase. So we went up from 160 to 215, which was a 34% increase for monies being brought.
And is that increase now kind of automatic years going that we don't, it automatically will happen?
Yes, that's correct. So the $30,000 per year was prorated back January 1st of this year, and then effective this month, when it was signed, would be the fire.
Thank you. Councilman Murphy, any comment on that?
Just want to thank the BA on that. I think when I talked to a lot of people about Montclair State University, what they don't realize is when they purchase a parcel of land or property, that we lose that rateable upon their purchase because they're tax exempt. And so this is a huge success and a huge win for the town. So I just want to thank Vince for that. And yeah, like you said, that rate hasn't changed in a decade. So the amount that we go up there, 215, even though it doesn't sound like a crazy number, for the amount that we go up there, it does add up. So just want to thank you for your work on that, and much appreciated.
Thank you.
We'll move on. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the applications? Moved by Councilman Patel, second by Councilman Vanchery. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Patel?
Yes.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes. Can I have a motion to approve resolution A through D? Moved by Councilwoman Patel, second by Councilman Vanchery. Please call the roll for resolutions A through D.
Councilmember Patel?
Yes.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes. Councilwoman Patel, you want to lead us off, please?
Right, just a quick update. There is going to be a free lung cancer assessment on Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. It's going to be held at the Clifton Health Department. If anyone needs to register, contact them at 973-986-8678. And again, I just want to thank John and his entire team for all the work that they do for Little Falls. I'm looking forward to working with them.
Councilman Vanchery?
Thanks, Council President. Yeah, I first want to say thanks to the kids and the coaches for coming in. One thing I didn't mention was they were the only team in Little Falls to actually make the playoffs this year. Out of all the 24 teams that we have, this was the only team that actually made the playoffs and won the division. So kudos to them. Also want to say thank you to everyone that was involved with the 3-town parade that just took place right after Thanksgiving. It was a great night. You saw crowds of people from town. Big kudos to the Little Falls Police Department, the Little Falls Fire Department, EMS, OEM, CERT team, as well as DPW. Our guys were out there working, dealing with everything, because there's always someone that's got to complain or said they didn't know there was a parade and everything else. But, they handled it professionally as always, and it went off without a hitch. And, to see everybody's smiles, whether it was a kid or an adult, it was a great thing. And I do want to have a special shout out to Totowa Engine 973, Vince Marciano. We had a family in town. They lost their mom earlier this year, and we wanted to do something nice, but we needed a truck. And, when we were sort of stumped, didn't have room for them, made a call to Engine 973, and Vince made sure that those kids, as well as their family, were taken care of. And, they had a great experience. So very grateful for Total 973 stepping up to take care of some of our residents. We just had the tree lighting on Friday. It was a great event. It was very cold, of course. Councilwoman Patel is going to wear a heavier coat, hopefully next year to the event, but just grateful for all the work that was done by the rec department. They did a really nice job. There was a couple people today that came here and said, it was so cool. It was so cool. What are you going to do next year? So there's definitely an expectation. There were a couple events over the weekend that we attended. The ABC had their annual breakfast with Santa, and then right across the street, the library had breakfast with Santa. So there's a lot of Santas in town. Did want to say too, this Saturday at 9:00 at Sauk Valley High School, the Little Falls PBA 346 does their annual breakfast with Santa. So if anyone's around for Little Falls residents, please stop by from 9 to 11. Also bring a toy that they will take to St. Joe's as part of their annual donation. And then, on Saturday, if anybody's around at 11:00 too, swing by Holy Sepulchre. It's Wreaths Across America. It's a, special event where, volunteers from all over come to place wreaths on those, our heroes. So if you are around, please do that. There's also a couple reminders. I know Councilwoman Havelitz isn't here. There's Light Up Little Falls. So if you haven't signed up yet for the holiday contest, please do so. If you want to see 59 inflatables, you can come to Hobson Ave and you can see what my son has pulled together. There's a holiday trolley ride next week. I have to say the trolley ride opened up, and within 3 minutes, all the slots were booked. So the rec department is looking at trying to add additional dates potentially. So it's great to see that they had 3 slots and people really snatched them up pretty fast. Also too, the rec department has a tree, so make sure you stop by. They're looking for decorations. So if you have something that's non-glass, please drop it by and put it on the tree. And then on December 17th is the menorah lighting at 6:30. So if you are around, please stop by Wilmore Road Park. Now, besides the town stuff, there's some other updates that I wanted to do. I've been working with Commissioner Bartlett, trying to figure out a situation on Newark Pompton when it comes to adding additional crosswalks and putting some more pedestrian-friendly signs. But I know he's been a little busy, so I had a chance to connect with the DOT as well as Governor Murphy's office. And I'm hoping to have an update either this week or next week where they're going to come out for a visit. Once I have all the details, I'll set it up to make sure that, members of Little Falls Police Department's traffic division will be there as well. So hopefully we get that resolved because a few of the businesses have just opened up and there's also a new building there. So we've had some requests from both just asking a little more options in terms of crossings. Then the other thing too, as I mentioned previously, myself and DPW Superintendent Campbell, we went around just identifying new signs that we need to order. I'm pleased to say that we ordered our additional 25-mile-per-hour speed signs, and we're also working on finalizing all the details around the additional signs we need in terms of loading zones and handicaps. So hoping to have those soon. Also hoping to have the additional crosswalks painted. I know they're supposed to come out, but it's getting colder and colder. We started marking off some new ones, so hopefully that the rest can be finished before the end of the year so that they all look uniform with the hashes. And I did ask the mayor too, if we could possibly get in the Morris Canal parking lot, the lines restriped. I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you go into the Morris Canal, there's a lot more parking as you go further up. And because the lines have faded, I've asked them if they can get the DPW team just to paint that, especially with the holiday season. A lot more people are going to frequent downtown. So I want to make sure there's additional spots that people realize are there. That's it for me, Council President.
Councilman Vanchery, would you like to speak about the new trolley program that we ran, that we had the trolleys going around town?
I just mentioned,
Did you?
yeah, I mentioned,
Did you
yeah,
mention?
we had all three.
I'm sorry.
Yes, it's coming up next week. Like I said, the rec department's looking to add additional dates. They're working with the vendor. So hopefully once they do, they can announce it because a few residents had reached out and said, hey, I couldn't book the trolley for me and my kids. So hopefully we can, help them out.
Thank you. Councilman Murphy.
Thank you, Council President. Just want to mirror the councilman's remarks on the team being with us here tonight, and recognize them for their hard work. Obviously, they didn't win the final game, but man, it sounds like they put a lot of work and a lot of effort to get there. So just want to recognize them and thank them for being here with us tonight. I also want to thank John Beagle and his team. I get a lot of compliments about the health department, everything that they do. So I know Councilman Patel and him and the health committee do a great job at preventative and getting residents of the town stuff that resources that we otherwise wouldn't have available to us. So just want to recognize them and thank them as well. We did have a domestic violence awareness committee meeting last Tuesday in which JBWS joined the call and advised the committee on the new resources that they have available now to the township now that they have the bid from Passaic County. The committee is thrilled. This sounds like we are going to be getting a ton more help than we were getting previously. They're going to be a lot more involved in our events in town. They're going to be kind of by our side at events and sharing information and providing more resources and bringing staff as well. So that in and of itself is huge. But the biggest thing that we spoke about was the divert team. So it sounds like sometime in the new year, we will be doing divert training. It is a 40-hour course, which will be open to any resident of Little Falls, as well as some surrounding towns. So it's a hybrid course. It'll be half in person, half online via Zoom. What this training will do is it'll make you divert certified. The huge win for the town is that once you are divert certified, you can now respond to anything happening in town and related to domestic violence or anything dealing with a victim or survivor to help them out and provide the resources. The win is that you are now a volunteer and under the JBWS insurance and confidentiality. And so that's something that we didn't have before. And so that's a huge win for us as well, because we'll now be able to have volunteers that now fall under some type of protection and insurance, which is really nice for them. So I'll keep everybody updated on when that training is going to be. She's going to be speaking with a couple of towns to see if we can do it in one big class. But look for that sometime in the new year to begin happening. And then once that training happens, we'll be up and running with the divert team, which is an awesome thing for the town. So that's all I have, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Murphy. Chief Pro.
Sure. Just a reminder, started December 5th,
It's running until January first. We have our drive sober or get over 100-hour enforcement grant. I did have the privilege of attending luncheon last week. It was AAA Northeast. And I'm happy to report that for the balls. It's helps in the recipient of the ball award. So we're one of 9 municipalities to receive the ball.
Why don't we get up for a picture?
All right. And then Mary Ann McCormick, she's been across the bar with us for the last 27 years. She was the recipient of our traffic safety bureau. So. And that's due in large part to the collaboration between the council and the police department. Obviously, Councilman Venture is traffic safety committee, traffic safety section headed by Corporal Manola. It's just the collaboration that AAA likes, increase participation in the annual grants. And then we've also done some of the covert pedestrian enforcement. So in totality, they've recognized it and awarded.
Thank you, Chief, for that hard work. We appreciate what you do for us and with the police department. Bench Control, do you have anything you want to bring forward to us?
I do not, sir.
Shade Tree has been hard at work. We anticipate that they'll be planting 23 trees around town. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. That would prohibit that. We're also excited that at the reorg to announce a new director at it for our Municipal Alliance, which has been a little bit dormant. We're really excited that this individual is going to be stepping up and bringing that program to be very active. Have a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Vanchery. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. Madam Clerk.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time. The sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will as an order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The floor is now open. I don't see anyone in the chat. Am I correct? Thank you. I see no one coming before us in this council chambers. Have a motion to close the public. So moved by Councilman Patel, second by Councilman Vanchery. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, the motion carries. I want to thank staff for assisting me in putting this agenda on for this evening. Have a motion to adjourn this meeting. Moved by Councilman Vanchery.
Second.
Second by Councilman Patel. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries. This meeting is now closed.